Now, George Floyd's death is obviously not the first time we're seeing this type of thing play out in the U.S. Could easily rattle off a list of names: Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin. Did the circumstances surrounding Floyd's death come as a surprise to you?
No.
And why was that?
In short, no. In short, no. The conditions of the situation have been brewing since the inception of this country. And so as multiple factors have come to coalesce over the past 3 years, we see a rise in disparities in money and in capitalism, a rise in violence in the police state, and no addressing it. And so no addressing the root causes of the violence. So this was unsurprising.
Well, why do you think the root cause of this violence hasn't been addressed, considering this has been around for such a long time in America?
I think individuals are not desiring to address the root causes of the founding of this country. So I think that's one of the hardest things to do, is to admit fault, admit guilt, and admit that we need to actually address the founding of this country and how we move forward.
Well, how does America move forward from this? I mean, there are people that are willing to sit down and have face-to-face conversations. We can't say how many, but I mean, this is certainly a conversation that Americans have to have in order to bring about some sort of equality in the country. Oh,
I completely agree. And I think there are allies and conspirators that are willing to engage in critical conversations. It is that those that are currently in power, those as Cornel West, the neo-fascist thug in the White House, have enabled the police state to enact violence upon members of marginalized communities. And so while I think that's a small minority, it's just that small minority is the majority in power as we speak. And no, this isn't just incidents that have happened over the past 3 years. This has been building. The Trayvon Martin cases have been under President Obama's watch. And so there have been multiple acts of state violence against marginalized communities over the past 20, 30 years in recent cases, and even further back to the 50s and 60s. And so it takes time. It takes a willingness to engage. It's a top-down and bottom-up approach, both from the individual level, but also at the policy and in the state level.